Hey everyone, so in this video I'm going to be showing you some pretty cool variant covers. Okay, so first up we've got Future Imperfect #1. Why this is so cool is because it's like a blank sketch cover, but it has little tiny Maestro in the middle right there. And so some people may argue that like, oh, it ruins the sketch variant, but I think it's just kind of funny because usually he's up close in the frame, or in the panel, and you get to see a lot of detail, but you just see him super tiny right there in the middle. And when you look at a blank sketch cover, there's really nothing to look at except for the logo or the title, and this kind of gives like a focal point to it, so something to look at. And so yeah, that's why this one's kind of funny and kind of cool. All right, so this is the Indestructible Hulk #1. It's the Phantom variant by C.P. Wilson III, and it's a homage to Incredible Hulk #1. So what I like about like cover swipes and homages is that you get to see like an original, like a classics, like a classic cover but in a different style. So I like to see different artist style and different artist like perspective on things. So that's why this is kind of cool. The next one is also a Phantom variant. This is Deadpool #1, as well by C.P. Wilson III, and this is cool because it has the presidents on it. So there's like Theodore Roosevelt, Abraham Lincoln, George Washington. So that's why this is kind of funny and cool. So that's why this is kind of cool. I really like the style of this as well, of the Phantom variants. It gives like a good variety, and especially the inks. It looks like it's like watercolor, as you can see here. Like the leg right there, like there's some like gradation, but you can see like the strokes, and like even like in the face. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So this is Thanos #1. Um, the one thing that I like about this is that like the fog gives like an ominous effect, and it just like sets the mood for this scene that's going on right now. One thing that I wanted to know is that right here there's like a skeleton dude in like the robe, from Endgame. Red Skull was in that robe, like a soul for a soul. And then, or maybe it's just like Skeletor. And or so that's just one thing I wondered, because I wanted to read it, but also because of this cool variant cover. um One other thing is this space background. There's like the pink, and there's like the pink with the planet and all the space rocks and everything. So it's just so cool with a giant Thanos right there. So this is Spawn Kills Everyone too, and why this is so cool is because you may recognize this cover is because it is a homage to Amazing Spider-Man 316. So that's why I think it's cool, especially because the series, McFarlane actually directed it and he wrote it as well. So he did like some of these cool covers. Um, so yeah, that's why this one is kind of cool. I like this a lot because it's funny. It does like a little play on like the original Venom cover, So that's why this is kind of cool. This one is Spawn Kills Everyone 3, and this is a black and white variant, and it's a homage to the Infinity Gauntlet. As you can see here. Um, so I like this because just having it black and white makes adds like a completely different effect, and it just makes it look so more cooler. One thing that I like about this is that the Infinity Gems are smiley faces, instead of just like the regular stones. So yeah, that's why I like this, especially like with the baby Spawn in the background instead of like all of the other superheroes. So that's why this is kind of funny and cool. This is Spawn Kills Everyone 2, number 2. Um, this is the only other variant cover that I have in this series because the number 1 is just a regular cover. But this is kind of funny because it has like a different texture than you other like comic books because it's like a little bit thicker, which I like, and it's like a blank cover with Spawn and the Acme gun, and actually Acme is the it's the weapon producer for Looney Tunes. So that's why this is kind of funny because it gives like kind of like a cartoony effect. And I just love this series so much. I wish they did like another one because there's only 4 in the series, but it's just so it's mainly based on humor. And McFarlane just gives such a great I think McFarlane was just has such a great choice for this, and obviously he didn't do the interior work, but it's kind of like a cartoony thing, and so as you can see here, there's like a xenomorph. That's kind of funny. So basically, what the whole thing is that Spawn, he's like, oh, I got to get back in the game. I haven't killed anyone this year, and so he basically tries to kill everyone in the Marvel universe. Um, and one thing that's funny is that he changes all of Captain America's stuff to Canadian stuff, including his suit, and he has a heart attack, so that's why that's kind of funny. So this is Marvel 2-in-1 number 12. They're both different variant editions by Paul Renaud. And the first one, over here actually, is that like the Human Torch is kind of like a source of light, kind of, and you can see like some different like effects like up here, some different strokes, and I like that it gives like the shadow like to the thing, so that's why that's kind of cool. And this one is that like the thing is the focal point right there in the middle, and with the Human Torch on the side, but then you've got everybody else surrounding him, like Captain America, the Hulk, okay, and everybody. So that's why they're just all rushing towards, ready to, I don't know, fight crime or beat up some bad guys. Is the Immortal Hulk the best defense? Number 1. Um, this is a variant cover by Scotty Young. He's very famous for doing like these baby variants of like the different superheroes. So it's kind of funny to just see him hopping all around the cover. So yeah, it's just like a funny cartoon style. So this is Immortal Hulk number 9, and it kind of shows like a fight scene, like an insight of what's going on with the Absorbing Man, because what happens in the story is that the Absorbing Man like is injected with like the it's like he's like injected with like this like gamma radiation or something, or like it might be like Hulk's blood or something like that, so he gets like super buff. And so he has this super epic scene with the Hulk. And why this is also cool is because you can see it's like split in half right there, right? And because Joe Bennett did the pencils on here, and Roy Rose did the inks on top, and Martin Simmons did the pencils and inks on the bottom. So it's kind of like a different vibe for each one. So you can see him like running towards the Absorbing Man down here. And so I like Joe Bennett's the best because just like his style better. That's just it. But is still a great artist. Obviously by this comic, but that's why, because it gives like, because it's kind of like the an insight on the scene. So it is also the third printing, so obviously they didn't get too creative with the cover, but that's why I just thought it was kind of cool to show. This is Ghost Rider number 2, but it's the 2002 reprint of the 1990 Ghost Rider series. Um, One thing that you can see that's different is that it doesn't have the price here, and it has like a lighter tone to the whole cover. I'll show the original cover right here, and as you can see, like it has like a different. This is like obviously lighter, and it has like pink instead of red, and one other thing is that it has the Marvel thing down here. I like this better than the original version. Of like the indicators is that it doesn't have a price. It has the Marvel logo, and it has like this twin tower thing down here. And this is kind of cool. I wanted to show you guys. This is Marvel Legacy #1. This is a lenticular cover by Joe Quesada. And one other thing that's also cool about this is that it has a Marvel value stamp right there, you can see. And it's the return of them. So it says Marvel value stamps return. So that's one thing that I noticed while I was looking through the comic that was I found pretty interesting. And on the back as well, it has this holographic ad for Avengers No Surrender number 675. So I've never seen any ad like this. So it's like a a wraparound cover, but it's not like connecting. It's just gives the other holographic side to it. So that's why that's kind of cool. I just like this style of Joe Quesada because colors is my favorite one, because as you like turn it, you get to see like right there like the darker colors, but it gets paler as you turn it. So that's why this is really cool. This is Spider-Geddon #1, and my favorite thing about this is the color choice about this. And as you can see in the background, if you peek between his head right here, is that gives like a futuristic style with the blue and pink and purple, and that it's like a close up on Spidey right there. This is actually the Miles Morales Spider-Man suit. So that's why this is really cool. I love because it's like he's in like New York City, but it's like a futuristic thing. So yeah, that's why this is a really cool cover. Well, this is the Fantastic Four. This is volume 6. I think it's like an ongoing series currently. But this started in 2018. So I have a little story that I need to tell you. So this I got right off the shelves in 2018 at Gorilla King Comics. Unfortunately, they closed down a few years ago, but I saw the new Fantastic Four series on the shelves. I was like, oh my gosh, look at that. So I was like looking through the issues to see if there's a cool variant cover, like I always do. So I go all the way to the back of the stack. All the way, you can see like the back of the shelf back there. It was the last comic in the stack of comics there on the shelf. So, and I picked this up. I was like, oh my gosh, look at this. And I got it because I went online to see how much it was worth, and it's worth $125 for 9.4 grade. And obviously I got it because I don't know anybody who wouldn't buy it if it's worth $125. But this is currently my most valuable comic. And so a few weeks ago, I got my channel, right? Or about a week ago, I got my channel. And a few days ago, like after I named my channel Hidden Gem Comics, I looked at what this variant cover was called. And the name was called the Hidden Gem variant. No joke. by Jack Kirby. You can see down there, classic Jack Kirby style. And my mind was just blown away. Like, just have like a hidden gem variant, which is like a coincidence that it was in the back of the stack. It was just a hidden. It was a diamond in the rough. It was just so that's what I thought that was really cool about this, was that I didn't get my YouTube name from this issue, but I just found that really cool how it has the same name as my channel, and it's also my most valuable comic. So yeah, that was just really fun to find out, and that's why I really love this comic, this issue, because of the classic Jack Kirby style with the Thing, Human Torch, all the classic characters. So yeah, that's why this is really cool. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like this type of video, then consider subscribing, because I try to post daily, but I haven't been able to do that recently because busy. But I was happy to get this video out because it's one that I've been waiting to do for a long time. So anyways, I'll see you in the next video.